Hi, my name is Jeffrey Goodwin and I'm from the Office of Online Learning, and today I am going to be showing you how to record your course introduction video using Camtasia. So, the first thing you need to do is get with IT and download Camtasia to your computer. You need to talk to IT to do this, but it shouldn't take very long. And once Camtasia is installed on your computer, then you're good to go. I'm going to be using a Mac today, but it should be pretty similar on a PC. So once it's installed on your computer by IT, you're just going to click on the program, and it's going to open up this window here. Now, it's going to pop up with these four little boxes here. These are your options for what you want to record and what you don't. So this first one is going to be your computer screen. So if you want to record your computer screen and everything that's happening on your computer screen, you're going to want to click that on. Say if you want to record your introduction video and go through your syllabus, or go through your Moodle page with your students, then you can click that on. This one is going to be your webcam, which is going to record you. And you can do a little picture-in-picture effect like this video here that has your computer screen and your webcam. If you just want to record one or the other, you click the other one off. This is going to be your microphone, your audio, for your voice. And this last one is going to be your computer audio. So if you're recording your screen and you want to show a video or play some music or anything that has an audio component, you might want to turn on system record as well so that it records that audio through the computer. So once you have what you want to record set, then you're just going to hit start recording. It's going to give you this little countdown. And here we go. So now we're recording our screen. This is where you're going to want to talk to your students, introduce your course, say, hi, my name is, this class is, here's what you can expect, etc., etc., etc. Easy as that. If you want to see a little bit bigger of a picture of what you're recording, you can click on this little down arrow and it'll show you here. And once you're finished, once you've said everything you want to say, we're going to stop recording. You don't have to worry too much about making a mistake, or if you have to start over. That's totally fine because we're going to edit in this little next step once you stop recording. So I'm going to go ahead and hit stop recording. And it's going to automatically open up our editing window. So now we've got our editing window opened up. This is a pretty standard layout for any video editing software. Over here we're going to have our tools. Right here is our media bin, which is where we keep our clips. We only have one at the moment, the one we just recorded, but if you record multiple clips, they'll all be in here. This is our source window, which is going to show you your product, and down here is our timeline. Our timeline is going to be split into tracks. This track is our video, you can tell by the little thumbnail, and this track is our audio, you can tell by the waveform here. That shows us the visual representation of the peaks and the valleys of our audio. So this is our cursor. When you drag it along, you kind of can see this is my audio, this is my video, this is the whole clip. So I'm just going to walk you through basics here for your introduction video. If you want to trim some off the front of your video, I'm just going to drag it like that and do that. You want to do the audio and the video to match, and then you want to pull them over to the beginning of the timeline, so that when the video starts, it starts at the beginning. So that's how you kind of trim up the beginning and the end. You can also highlight both pieces and trim them at the same time, or you can do them one at a time. They don't have to match, but for the purposes of this video, you probably want them to. So as you'll notice, when I click on my audio, up here we're going to get a couple settings that we can play with. This is our gain, so that's just the loudness. So if I feel like my audio is a little too loud, I can turn it down, and as you'll notice, down here the waveform shrinks or raises, depending on whether I increase or decrease my gain. And once again, that's just the volume. If you click on the video, you're going to get a different set of tools here, such as scale, which you can scale up or scale down. Once again, for the purposes of this video, you're probably just going to want to keep it at 100. Normal scale, full screen. Your opacity, same thing. For this, we're just going to keep it at 100. You can rotate like this, any way you want, and you can move the position or the size or anything you want with these tools here. So those are there for you if you decide to use them just by clicking on the tracks. There's also some different features over here that you can use, such as annotations. This is going to be a text bubble. So if I want a text bubble to pop up next to me, then I can do that, and I can move it on the screen like this. I can change what the text says like this, just by double-clicking on the text, highlighting it, and retyping something else. You can change your font over here if you want to do that. Just make sure you highlight it. And then you can change it to whatever you want, like that. You can change the size. All of your normal sort of editing you can do like that. And once again, if you click on this little video clip, you can change the scale, you can change the opacity, you can change the position, rotation, all of that stuff. And you can also grab it and move it however you want. You can change the color of your bubble by clicking on this. So we want it green. Put an outline, thickness, all of that. So now as you noticed, once I click that, we've got the text bubble down here as a new track in our timeline. So now if I want to move it to a different part of the video, I can move it wherever I want within the timeline. So if I wanted to start here, I'll just move it there in the timeline. So there's all of these different choices you can make. You can use arrows, you can do shapes, anything you really want to do. These are blur and highlight effects. You can sketch, and you can do keystroke callouts. So if you're typing and want to show what keystrokes you're using, you can do that as well. So there are also transitions built into this program that you can use. If you want to, say, fade in at the beginning of your video, you can just throw that transition on the beginning, and voila, we fade in from black. If you want to fade in your text bubble and fade it back out, you can certainly do that. So these are all just pre-made transitions for you to use. There's also behaviors that you can add, like that. And if you scroll along these, you can kind of see what they do. Once again, you might not need to use any of these for your introduction video, but they're there if you want to use them in the future. There's also animations that you can use if you want to tilt a video right and show something behind it, like this. So voila. And then let's say I wanted to add some video underneath that on the timeline to show in the background. That would be absolutely doable. And then you can change the length of that animation, or you can move that animation on your timeline to wherever you want it to be. You can also add cursor effects to your mouse. So if you recorded your computer screen, you can add a little bubble around your cursor so that it's easier for people to follow, or you can record separate voice narration and add it as an audio track on your timeline. So it's fairly simple. Like I said, I don't think you're going to need to use all of these for your introduction video for this assignment, but you I absolutely encourage you to get into Camtasia and play around with these different tools and features and see how you might be able to use it for other things in your class. Um, but once you have your video the way that you want it to be, now we just need to export it. So we're going to go up here to the right hand corner and click export and choose local file. And we're going to name it. I'm just going to call this Camtasia demo. And then you're going to choose where you want to save it. I'm going to put it on my desktop. And we're going to leave this the same. I like to just do an MP4, it's easy. Then we're going to hit export. And it's going to show us this little bar telling us when it's complete. Now this window is going to pop up and you can say reveal in Finder or close. If you hit close, it's just going to close this little window. If you hit reveal in Finder, it's just going to open the folder where you saved it, which once again is on my desktop right here, right here. Now I would recommend you also save your project just in case you want to make edits to it in the future or re-export it. So I'm going to go up here and save, and I'm just going to call this Camtasia demo, and I'm going to save that on my desktop as well. So that way, if I want to come back into it, I can come and make edits or adjustments later on, or I can re-export it if I lost my original file. And there you have it. That's pretty much all there is to Camtasia. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to reach out to me or your friendly neighborhood instructional designer. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you next time.